The common dorm lounge of Galactic University was a kaleidoscope of chaos, its holographic walls pulsing with star charts and alien chatter. Tentacled Xylians, gelatinous Andorians, and scaly betazoids sprawled across levitating couches debating quantum ethics or slurping nutrient gels. Vaxin Zor, a Xylian with writhing tentacles and a fetish for order, perched on a stool, his scales a stressed purple. "This place is a nebula of nonsense," he muttered, polishing his data slate. His roommate Glorp, an Andorian blob with 7 eye stalks, oozed closer, leaving a faint shimmer on the floor. "Lighten up, Vaxin. It's just campus life." A hollow announcement flared above, silencing the lounge. "Attention students," it chimed. "In the spirit of interspecies understanding, Galactic University now permits domesticated companions in class, effective tomorrow." Vaxin's tentacles spasmed, knocking over his slate. "They're allowing what?" Glorp's eye stalks bobbed, scanning the text. "Pets, Vaxin. Cultural exchange, it says. Bet the dean's been sipping starberry wine." Vaxin's scales deepened to violet. "Pets from Deathworlders. Have you seen their cat's claws like plasma blades? I had nightmares after Kale showed me one." Glorp gurgled a laugh, rippling his form. "Oh, come on, how bad can it be? Maybe they'll bring fluffy little puffballs to melt even your rigid heart." Vaxin's tentacles knotted. "Fluffy, their dogs have teeth that could shred a hull. This is madness." Across the lounge, human students grinned mischievously. Tara Wells, a human with a braid, whispered to Jackson, "Lee, pet day's gonna be wild." Jackson smirked, stroking an imaginary snake. "Wait till they meet Slither." Vaxin overheard his scales paling. "Slither void preserve us." Vaxin tapped his slate, pulling up a hollow of a human cat from Kyle's data stream. Yellow eyes, razor claws. "Look, Glorp. This is no companion, it's a predator." Glorp's eye stalks squinted. "Kinda cute, actually. Bet it's soft." Vaxin's tentacles flailed. "Soft, it's a death world beast. Their planet breeds monsters, and now we'll have them in class." A betazoid nearby, antennae twitching, chimed in. "I heard their birds scream like ion storms." Vaxin groaned. "The dean's lost it. This'll be a disaster." Glorp oozed closer, patting Vaxin with a pseudopod. "Relax, Vaxin. Maybe it's a chance to learn. Humans love these things, right? Can't be all bad." Vaxin's scales flickered, unconvinced. "Learn? I'll be learning how to dodge fangs." Tara, overhearing, laughed. "You'll love Bolt Vaxin. He's a Labrador total sweetheart." Vaxin's tentacles curled. "Labrador sounds like a bioweapon." Jackson leaned in, grinning. "Wait till you see my corn snake. Slither's a chill dude." Vaxin's scales turned green. "Snake, I need to speak to the dean." The lounge buzzed with speculation. A Florin student wilted, muttering about carnivores, while a Gorzode gurgled excitedly about earth fluffies. Vaxin slumped, tentacles limp. "This pet day will be the end of us," he said. Glorp's eye stalks twinkled. "Or the start of something fun. Bet you'll be cuddling a cat by week's end." Vaxin scoffed. "I'd sooner hug a pulsar." Yet as the humans chatted animatedly, their eyes alight with pet pride, Vaxin felt a flicker of curiosity. What are these creatures to them? The hollow announcement looped its cheery tone, mocking Vaxin's dread. "Prepare for a day of cultural exchange," it sang. Vaxin muttered, "Cultural exchange or galactic catastrophe." Tara called over Vaxin. "Bring your cleaning droid tomorrow. It's practically a pet." Vaxin's tentacles stiffened. "My droid's civilized, no teeth." Glorp gurgled, amused. "Tomorrow's gonna be legendary." As the lounge emptied, Vaxin stared at the holocat, its eyes glinting. The great furry fiasco, the humans would call it. Vaxin just called it doom. Professor Seiler's Xenobiology Lecture Hall at Galactic University was a cathedral of order, its curved walls lined with hollow displays of alien ecosystems. Rows of desks held a sea of tentacles, eye stalks, and shimmering scales, all poised for a lesson on harmless herbivores. Sylar, a scaled scholar with a reputation for unshakable calm, slithered to the podium, his claws clicking. "Class," he began, voice melodic, "today we explore the gentle flora eaters of Cygna Prime." But as his eyes scanned the room, his scales paled. By the void, what are those? The usual alien crowd was dotted with creatures. In the front row, Tara Wells, a human with a bright braid, cradled a furry beast with floppy ears and a wagging tail. Beside her, Jackson Lee, a lanky human, had a scaled coil draped over his shoulders, its tongue flicking. Mia Chen, another human, perched a feathered thing on her desk, its beady eyes darting. Sylar's claws gripped the podium. "Ms. Wells," he said, voice wavering. "What is that entity?" Tara beamed, scratching the beast. "This is Bolt, my Labrador. Isn't he a cutie?" Bolt chose that moment to unleash a booming bark echoing like a plasma cannon. A Florin student in the back wilted, collapsing in a chlorophyll faint. Vaxen Zor, seated nearby, tied his tentacles into knots, scales a sickly green. "Cutie," he hissed to Glorp, his Andorian roommate, oozing beside him. "That's a Deathworld predator." Glorp's 7 eye stalks squinted. "Looks cuddly." Sylar cleared his throat, scales quivering. "And Mr. Lee, that writhing thing?" Jackson grinned, stroking the coil. "Slither, my corn snake, totally chill, prof." A Betazoid student squeaked, antenna flat, as Slither's head swiveled. "Chill. It's a constrictor." Sylar's eyes darted to Mia. "Ms. Chen, please tell me that's safe." Mia giggled as her parakeet Zippy squawked, mimicking a Gorzod mating trill. A Gorzod in the third row turned chartreuse, mortified. "That's Zippy, my parakeet," Mia said. "He loves to chat." Sylar's voice cracked. "Chat? It's proposing to half the class," Vaxen muttered. "This is why I stick to cleaning droids." Sylar attempted to start his lecture. Now the Cygna herbivore's digestion, but chaos erupted. Jackson's ferret Zip, a wiry blur, escaped his pocket, darting across desks. A Skrellian shrieked, flailing 6 hands as Zip scampered over its notes. "Zip, come back!" Jackson yelled, lunging after the ferret. Bolt, excited, leapt from Tara's lap with a joyful woof, bounding over rows, his tail knocking a Thoraxian slate flying. Vaxen ducked, tentacles shielding his face. "It's a stampede." Glorp gurgled, amused. "This is better than holodramas." Zippy took flight, circling the hall, squawking a mix of human slang, yo dude, and Betazoid curses, turning the mortified Gorzod neon green. Sylar's scales rattled his lecture notes. Forgotten. "Order, I demand order," he squeaked, dodging Zip as the ferret zipped under his podium. Tara chased Bolt, calling, "He's just playing." A Plutonian student, trembling, whispered, "Playing that beast could eat us." Sylar slumped claws to his face. "I should have retired to a gas giant. No mammals there." The chaos peaked as Bolt, spotting Zip, bounded onto a desk, barking gleefully. The ferret, delighted, weaved between alien legs, sparking a wave of shrieks and spills. Vaxen's tentacles curled tight. "This is the great furry fiasco," he hissed. Glorp's eye stalks twinkled. "Admit it, Vaxen, it's kinda fun." Sylar, voice strained, shouted, "Enough! Sit all of you humans, beasts, everyone!" Tara corralled Bolt. Jackson snagged Zip, and Mia coaxed Zippy back with a seed. The hall quieted, but the alien's scales and stalks still quivered. Sylar exhaled, scales mottled. "We'll resume tomorrow." Class dismissed. As students filed out, Vaxen glared at Tara. "Your cutie nearly ended us," Tara grinned, scratching Bolt's ears. "He's just excited. You'll love him." Jackson, with Slither coiled around his arm, added, "Give it time, Vaxen. Pets grow on you." Vaxen's tentacles twitched. Like a parasite, Glorp oozed after him, chuckling. "Wait till the cafeteria, Vaxen. Heard there's a lizard coming." Vaxen groaned, scales fading. "Lizard, I'm transferring to a moon base." The Galactic University cafeteria was a riot of smells and sounds. its long tables packed with aliens slurping nutrient gels and chittering over hollow texts. Arcturian lunch lady Crex, her 6 claws juggling trays of space slop, ruled the chaos with a sharp eye. "Keep the line moving," she chirped, tossing a protein cube to a Gorzod. Vaxen Zor, still rattled from the lecture hall fiasco, slunk to a corner table, tentacles clutching a nutrient shake. "Glorp," he hissed to his Andorian roommate, oozing beside him. "If I see one more furry beast, I'm quitting." Glorp's 7 eye stalks twinkled. "Too late, Vaxen. Look." Across the room, Lena Ortiz, a human with short curls, sat casually eating a synth burger with one hand while dangling a wriggling mouse with the other. Crex scuttled over, claws twitching. "Sweetie, you dropped your food." Lena looked up puzzled. "Oh, this, not lunch. It's for Fang." She nodded at a glass tank where a sleek snake coiled, eyeing the mouse. Crex's scales blanched. "Void preserve us, a snake." Lena dropped the mouse in, and Fang struck, making a Skrellian at the next table choke on its gel. Vaxen's tentacles knotted. "They feed their pets live prey." Glorp gurgled, amused. "Efficient, though, no waste." Vaxen glared. "Efficient, it's barbaric." The chaos grew as Kale Brown, a burly human, plopped down nearby, a golden retriever named Sunny at his side. Sunny sat patiently tail-thumping, but let out a thunderous sneeze, launching a glob of drool across 3 tables. An Andorian trio froze their probes, trembling. "Is it attacking?" one whispered. Kyle laughed. "Nah, Sunny's just got allergies. He only eats kibble and my math notes." The Andorians scooted away, unconvinced. Vaxen muttered, "Allergies, that's a bioweapon." At another table, Zara Kim, a petite human, cradled a fluffy ball of fur. A Venusian, braving curiosity, extended a tentacle. "What's that?" Zara beamed. "Puff, my hamster, wanna pet him." The Venusian touched Puff, but when the hamster twitched its nose, the Venusian yelped, yanking back and toppling 3 chairs. It moved. "It's alive." Zara giggled. "Duh, he's just sniffing you." "Harmless." The Venusian's scales flushed. "Harmless. On my world, anything with teeth is a Class 4 apocalypse." Vaxen's tentacles curled tighter. "This place is a zoo." The cafeteria's peace shattered when Nico Ramos swaggered in, leading a scaly creature on a leash. Its green hide gleamed and its tail swayed ominously. "Meet Spike, everyone," Nico announced, patting the beast. Crex dropped a tray, claws trembling. "Is that a Draconis Meyer beast?" Nico grinned. "Close, Spike's an iguana, a baby, related to Earth dinosaurs." The room fell silent, every eye and stalk fixed on Spike's sharp claws. A Plutonian student fainted, scales clattering. Vaxen's voice was a squeak. "Dinosaurs. They bring dinosaurs to lunch." Glorp's eye stalks wobbled. "Okay, that's intense." Spike yawned, revealing rows of tiny razor-like teeth. Nico clapped. "Wanna see a trick?" "Spin, Spike." The iguana twirled, tail whipping, sending a Thoraxian diving under a table. Crex's claws shook. "Young. That thing's young." Nico nodded. "Yeah, when he's grown, he'll live in the campus lake. For now, he's chill." A Betazoid whispered, "Note to self, avoid the lake." Vaxen's scales turned pale green, chill. "It's a walking extinction event." The aliens began edging toward the exits trays, forgotten as Spike basked in Nico's praise. Crex's voice, shrill, scuttled to Nico. "No more lizards in my cafeteria. Out." Nico shrugged, leading Spike away. "He's just a big softy, Crex." As the iguana's tail dragged a floor and whimpered softy, "It's a monster." Vaxen's slumped tentacles limp. "Glorp, this is worse than the lecture hall. Snakes eating mice, drooling dogs, spinning dinosaurs." Glorp oozed closer, amused. "Admit it, Vaxen, you're curious." That fluffy one, Puff, looked cuddly. Vaxen scoffed, but his eyes flicked to Zara, who was cooing at Puff's tiny paws. "Cuddly. It's a trap." As the cafeteria cleared, Lena packed Fang's tank. waving at Krex. "See you tomorrow," Krex muttered. "Not with that beast." Kale tossed Sunny a treat, the dog catching it midair, drawing a reluctant awe from a Skrellian. Zara tucked Puff into a carrier, smiling at Vaxen. "You'd like Puff, Vaxen. He's a snuggler." Vaxen's tentacles stiffened. "Snuggler? I'd rather hug my droid." But as he shuffled out, Glorp's gurgle followed. "Bet you're petting one by finals." Vaxen groaned, scales fading, unaware the chaos was just beginning to spread campus-wide. Professor Seiler's xenobiology lecture hall at Galactic University was a tense oasis after the cafeteria's pet pandemonium, its hollow displays now dimmed to calm, jittery nerves. Rows of alien students, tentacled Xyalians, oozing Andorians, and twitching Betazoids sat rigid, eyeing the human front row where pets lounged. Seiler scales, still faintly mottled from yesterday's chaos, slithered to the podium, claws clasped. "Class," he said, voice steadier than his nerves. "After recent events, we'll pivot. Today we explore human-animal bonds as cultural exchange." Vaxen Zor, tentacles coiled tight, whispered to Glorp, "Exchange, more like survival training." Glorp's 7 eye stalks twinkled, his gelatinous form quivering with amusement. "Relax, Vaxen. Maybe we'll learn why they love those beasts." In the front, Tara Wells scratched Bolt, her Labrador, who sprawled across 2 seats, tail thumping. Jackson Lee's corn snake, Slither, coiled lazily on his arm, while Mia Chen's parakeet Zippy chirped softly in a cage. Sarah Lynn, a freckled human, cradled her cat Muffin, who purred like a small engine. Seiler cleared his throat. "Humans share why these creatures matter to you." Ms. Wells, begin. Tara grinned, ruffling Bolt's ears. "Bolt's my best bud. He's loyal, always there when I'm stressed from exams. Last week he sensed I was down and dropped his ball in my lap like, 'Play human.' A Skrellian's 6 hands twitched. Loyal. It barks like a sonic grenade." Tara laughed. "That's just his hello. He'd never hurt anyone." Vaxen's tentacles knotted, scales paling. "Hello, it could shatter hulls." Glorp gurgled sounds. "Sweet, actually." Seiler nodded, intrigued, despite himself. "Fascinating. Mr. Lee, your snake." Jackson lifted Slither, whose tongue flicked. Slither's calming. "After a long day, I watch him slither in his tank. It's like meditation. Plus, he's low maintenance, just needs a mouse now and then. A florin, wilted, whispering mouse." Like in the cafeteria, Vaxen's scales turned green. "Meditation, it's a predator." Jackson shrugged. "He's chill. Snakes don't stress, they just vibe." A Betazoid's antennae drooped. "Vibe." It strangles Seiler's claws, tapped, curious. "So these bonds reduce stress." Ms. Chen. Mia opened Zippy's cage, the parakeet hopping onto her finger. "Zippy's a chatterbox. He mimics my study notes, keeps me sharp. Yesterday he squawked quantum flux during a quiz. A Gorzode, still chartreuse from Zippy's mating call mimicry, groaned. It mocks our rituals." Mia giggled. "He's just playful. Birds bring joy." Vaxen muttered, "Joy, it's a feathered alarm." Glorp's eye stalks bobbed. "Playful's nice, Vaxen. Better than my droid's beeps." Seiler's scales softened. "Remarkable emotional rolls." Ms. Lin, your cat. Sarah stroked Muffin, who purred louder. "Muffin's my 3 a.m. buddy. Last month I was asleep and boom, weight on my chest. I wake up and Muffin's staring an inch from my face. Then he boops my nose with his paw and meows for food. So cute." Vaxen's tentacles tied into stress knots, scales nearly white. "Cute. That's a midnight ambush." "Psychological torture." Sarah grinned. "Nah, it's love. Cats show affection weirdly, but it's real." A Thoraxian buzzed, baffled. "Love, it stalks you." Glorp gurgled sounds, endearing. Seiler raised a claw, intrigued. "Humans, you call these predators family. Why embrace such unpredictability?" Tara leaned forward. That's the fun. Pets keep life spicy. You never know what they'll do, but they're always there for you. Vaxen's scales flickered stunned. Fun, our fluffle pacifists are toothless, predictable, no spice. Jackson chuckled. Predictable's boring. Vaxen. Slither's surprises like stealing my socks make him special. Mia added, Zippy's chaos is my happy place. A Skrellian whispered, chaos. They choose this. The aliens began asking questions, fear mingling with curiosity. A Plutonian voice, shaky, asked Tara, your dog, it doesn't eat you. Tara laughed, hugging Bolt. He'd rather eat my shoes. He's a goof. A betazoid antennae twitching, queried Sarah. Your cat demands food at night, and you obey. Sarah nodded. It's a deal we love, they boss. Vaxen tentacles loosening, muttered boss. They're enslaved. Siler's eyes gleamed. A symbiotic bond, then. Drawbacks. Jackson shrugged. Zip ate my hollow pen once. Tricky explaining that to Professor Kreth. Laughter rippled even from aliens. Glorp's eye stalks danced. Vaxen, they're not so bad. That cat's purr, kinda nice. Vaxen scoffed but glanced at Muffin purring in Sarah's lap. Nice, it's a trap. Siler clapped his claws. Class, this is xenobiology at its finest, cross-species bonds. We'll continue tomorrow. As students filed out, Vaxen lagged, eyeing Bolt's wagging tail. Tara caught him. Wanna pet him, Vaxen? His tentacles froze. No, maybe later. Glorp gurgled. Told you, Vaxen. You're halfway to cuddling. The quad of Galactic University was a sprawling oasis of bioluminescent grass and floating hollow benches, buzzing with students under the twin suns. Tentacled Xylians, shimmering Skrellians, and buzzing Thoraxians mingled their chatter, now laced with a new topic, human pets. Vaxen Zor tentacles, less knotted than yesterday, leaned against a hollow tree scales, a cautious blue. Glorp, he said to his Andorian roommate, oozing nearby. This pet madness is spreading. I saw a Gorzode petting a hamster. Glorp's 7 eye stalks twinkled. Told you, Vaxen, they're not all monsters. Across the quad, a crowd gathered around Sarah Lynn and her cat Muffin, who lounged on a hover disk, purring like a soft engine. A Neptunian, spots pulsing, extended a tendril. This vibration means contentment. Sarah nodded, smiling. Yup, Muffin's happy. Try petting her. The Neptunian stroked Muffin's fur, its spots flaring. Fascinating. On my world, vibrations signal quakes. Vaxen, watching, muttered happy. It's probably plotting. Glorp gurgled, amused. You're curious, Vaxen. I saw you eyeing that dog yesterday. Vaxen's scales flushed purple. For science. Tara Wells jogged over Bolt the Labrador, bounding beside her, tail wagging like a metronome. Hey, Vaxen, wanna play fetch? Bolt dropped a bright orange ball at Vaxen's feet, brown eyes gleaming. Vaxen's tentacles recoiled. Play with that beast. Tara laughed. It's easy, throw the ball, he brings it back. Total fun. A Skrellian 6 hands fidgeting whispered, fun, it has fangs. Bolt barked a joyful boom, and the Skrellian flinched but stayed intrigued. Glorp's eye stalks bobbed. Go on, Vaxen, be brave. Vaxen sighed, grabbing the ball with a tentacle. Winding up, Vaxen hurled the ball across the quad, its arc glinting in the sunlight. Bolt shot off legs, a blur, snatching it midair with a graceful leap. The crowd gasped, a Thoraxian buzzing such speed. Bolt raced back, dropping the ball at Vaxen's feet, tail thumping. Vaxen's scales flickered, stunned. He returned it. Tara grinned. That's fetch again. Vaxen, tentacles loosening, nodded. For research. He threw again, and Bolt's joyful dash drew cheers. A betazoid clapped, antennae perked. It's like our relay drones, but furry. The quad's vibe shifted. A Plutonian, once terrified, tossed the ball, laughing as Bolt bounded. Mia Chen's parakeet Zippy chirped from a perch, mimicking a Gorzode's chuckle, easing yesterday's tensions. Vaxen, mid-throw, caught Glorp's smirk. What Glorp oozed closer. You're smiling, Vaccin. That dog's got you. Vaccin's scales flushed. Nonsense, I'm studying its kinetics. But his tentacles swayed, almost playful. A Neptunian asked Sarah, "Your cat purrs for joy, not attack." Sarah nodded, lifting Muffin. "Wanna try?" The Neptunian's tendril brushed Muffin spots, glowing, remarkable. Chaos loomed when Glorp, eye stalks gleaming, announced, "I'm getting a pet." An earth shark, sleek, efficient. Vaccin's tentacles spasmed. "A shark. Our dorm's not an ocean, stick to your hollow fish." Glorp's form quivered undeterred. Sharks swim forever or die dedication. A Skrellian overheard 6 hands waving. "Try a turtle less bitey." Vaccin groaned. "No pets, Glorp. My droid's enough, it vacuums," but Glorp's eye stalks danced, plotting. Across the quad, a Betazoid inspired by Zippy projected a psychic squawk, startling a Florin. "Apologies, I'm practicing bird calls." The impromptu fetch game grew aliens lining up to throw Bolt's ball. A Gorzod tentacles hesitant tossed it, giggling as Bolt returned. "It's fun," it gurgled. Vaccin, now tossing with ease, felt a strange warmth, Bolt's soft fur brushing his tentacle. "Not terrible," he admitted. Tara clapped. "Told you, Vaccin, pets are magic." Professor Seiler, passing by, paused, scales shimmering. "Remarkable," he murmured, watching Vaccin laugh as Bolt leaped from terror to this. He jotted a note, "Human pets as cultural catalysts." As the suns dipped, the quad glowed with camaraderie. A Plutonian petted Muffin, a Thraxian mimicked Zippy's chirps, and Vaccin threw one last ball, Bolt's bark echoing. Glorp oozed beside him. "Vaccin, you're practically a dog expert now." Vaccin's scales flushed blue. "Expert, I'm just observing," but his tentacles twitched, less defensive. Tara called, "See you at the festival. Vaccin Bolt's got a trick for you." Vaccin muttered, "Festival more, beasts." Yet as Bolt nuzzled his tentacle, he softened, whispering, "Maybe not all monsters." The Interstellar Cultural Festival transformed Galactic University's festival grounds into a dazzling carnival under the twin moons, with holo lanterns casting rainbows over stalls of alien art and cuisine. But this year the buzz was all about pets. Dog agility courses zigzagged across the quad, reptile exhibits gleamed, and a hamster maze drew gasps. Vaccin Zor, tentacles swaying proudly, stood by his stall, a containment sphere housing his new hamster Neutrino, who spun furiously in his wheel. "Glorp," he said to his Andorian roommate, "this festival's insane. I'm showcasing a pet." Glorp's 7 eye stalks twinkled his betta fish. Finn swimming in a hovering tank. "Told you, Vaccin, pets are galactic now." The grounds teemed with life. Tara Wells led Bolt the Labrador through an obstacle course, his leaps earning cheers from Skrellians. Sarah Lynn's cat Muffin lounged at a grooming demo, purring, as a Gorzod tentacles trembling brushed her fur. "It's soft." The Gorzod gurgled, scales flushing. Vaccin adjusted Neutrino's sphere, grinning at a Plutonian. Neutrino's quantum here, then there, like a particle. The Plutonian spots pulsed, profound. "Does it bite?" Vaccin laughed, tentacles relaxed. "Only his wheel. Try spinning it." The Plutonian did, awestruck, as Neutrino zoomed. Glorp's stall, showcasing Finn's vibrant fins, drew a Thraxian crowd. "Betta fish don't fight if you respect their space," Glorp burbled, professor-like. "Finn's my Zen master." A Thraxian buzzed, "like our crystal drones, calm yet fierce." Vaccin, overhearing, muttered, "Zen, yesterday you wanted a shark." Glorp's eye stalks wobbled. Finn's better, less teeth. Nearby, Jackson Lee's corn snake slither coiled in a holo display, mesmerizing a Betazoid. "It's hypnotic," they said, antennae perked. Jackson grinned. "Told you Slither's a vibe." Vaccin's scales flickered, intrigued, despite himself. Professor Seiler's stall stole the show, his tardigrade holo display magnifying the tiny creatures to dog size. "These Earth microbes survive vacuums," he exclaimed, scales aglow. A Skrellian 6 hands clapping gasped, "Like our void mites, but cuddly," Sylar chuckled, "in their own way." Vaxen, passing by, whispered to Glorp, "Tardigrades, Sylar's gone native." The festival hummed with unity. Gorzodes tried dog tricks, Thoraxians mimicked Mia Chen's parakeet Zippy, and a Florin petted a lizard without fainting. But a Gorzode delegate, tentacles crossed, grumbled, "This pet invasion's too much." The Gorzode's protest fizzled at Sarah's cat grooming stall, where it hesitantly brushed muffin scales, softening. "It purrs," it admitted, joining the crowd. Vaxen's stall swarmed as Neutrino's spins drew laughs. "He's like a starship engine," a Neptunian said, spots flaring. Vaxen beamed. "Exactly quantum chaos." Tara jogged over Bolt, panting. "Nice setup, Vaxen. Wanna lead a fetch parade?" Vaxen's tentacles paused. "Parade with Bolt." Tara nodded. "You're a natural now." Glorp gurgled, "Do it, Vaxen. You're practically a dog whisperer." Vaxen's scales flushed blue. "For science." The fetch parade kicked off, Vaxen tossing Bolt's ball as Tara and other humans led dogs, cats, and reptiles through the grounds. Aliens joined Skrellians throwing balls, Thoraxians waving hollow flags. Bolt bounded, Muffin rode a hover disc, and Slither slithered regally, drawing cheers. A Gorzod now petting Puff. The hamster clapped tentacles unknotted. "This isn't terrible," it admitted. Vaxen, laughing as Bolt returned the ball, felt his scales glow. "Glorp, this is fun." Glorp's eye stalks danced. "Told you, Vaxen, pets are magic." Dean Vorin, an Andromedan with flowing tentacles, took the stage, hololights swirling. Students, guests, he boomed, eyes twinkling. "This festival proves our pet initiative's power. From chaos, we've built bridges, not barriers." The crowd roared, humans and aliens side by side, pets at their feet. "I declare the initiative permanent," Vorin said, gesturing to Vaxen and Bolt leading the parade. "Look, a Xylian and a Deathworld dog united." Vaxen's tentacles waved, scales bright. A Skrellian shouted, "To furry bridges," as Zippy squawked, "Bridge on." As moons rose, the festival glowed. Vaxen petted Neutrino, whispering, "You're not bad, little quantum." Tara joined him, Bolt nuzzling his tentacle. "Told you, Vaxen, you'd love pets." Vaxen's scales softened. "Maybe a little." Glorp Finn's tank, hovering, gurgled, "Next we get a turtle." Vaxen groaned, "No reptiles." Sylar nearby clutched his tardigrade hollow. "Remarkable," he murmured, "pets as diplomats." The parade looped a symphony of barks, purrs, and alien cheers, cementing a new era. Vaxen tossed Bolt's ball one last time, thinking this galaxy's furrier and better. Years after the Interstellar Cultural Festival reshaped Galactic University, the campus sparkled as a beacon of unity, its quad now dotted with pet-friendly holodens and treat dispensers. Aliens and humans mingled seamlessly, their laughter blending with barks, purrs, and alien trills under the twin moons. Vaxen Zor, now a graduate and pet care instructor, stood in a lecture hall, tentacles waving as he taught a seminar, his hamster Neutrino spinning in a sphere beside him. "Glorp," he said to his Andorian friend, oozing nearby with a turtle named Shelly. "Who'd have thought I'd be the pet guy?" Glorp's 7 eye stalks twinkled. "Told you, Vaxen. Those Deathworlders changed everything." The hall buzzed with students, Skrellians, Thoraxians, and humans taking notes as Vaxen projected a holo of Neutrino's diet. "Hamsters need balance," he said, scales aglow. "Seeds, not sweets." A Gorzode student, tentacles clutching a robotic pup, nodded eagerly. Across campus, Professor Sylar's xenobiology class now included pet biology, his tardigrade holo, a student favorite. Lunch Lady Krex, once pet-phobic, tossed treats to campus dogs, chirping good beasties. Glorp's turtle Shelly munched a leaf, safer than his old shark dreams. Vaxen chuckled. "Shelly's chill, Glorp. Good call." The quad hosted a pet parade, a daily ritual since the festival. Tara Wells, now a professor, led Bolt graying but spry, while Sarah Lynn's cat Muffin rode a hover disc, purring regally. A surprise guest drew gasps. Commander Lila Harper and Captain Omar Reza, Earth Fleet heroes from the 528th War Games, arrived with their fleet's mascot, a husky named Nova, who howled in sync with campus dogs. Vaxen Harper called red hair silver-streaked. Your pet revolution's galactic news. Reza, sipping coffee, grinned. Nova's our diplomatic ace, melts alien hearts. Vaxen's scales flushed. Just following your chaos, commanders. A hollow display replayed the festival's fetch parade, Vaxen tossing Bolt's ball, now campus legend. A Neptunian student spots pulsing, asked Vaxen, how'd you go from fearing dogs to... This Vaxen's tentacles swayed, reflective. Bolt's wagging tail, neutrinos spins. They taught me family isn't scales or species. It's connection. Glorp gurgled, patting Shelley. Like my turtle. She's no shark, but she's mine. Krex, overhearing, tossed Nova a treat. These furry diplomats beat any summit. Harper laughed. Told you Reza pets outshine our blitzkriegs. The campus had evolved. Skrellians adopted robotic kittens, Thoraxians bred holobirds mimicking Zippy, and a Gorzod ran a pet cafe serving coffee and treats. Seiler's latest lecture compared Earth dogs to Syrian empath fungi, drawing parallels that awed students. Vaxen's seminar ended and he joined the parade, neutrinos sphere hovering. A betazoid once spooked by Zippy's squawks now taught psychic bird calls, projecting good dog to Nova. Vaxen's scales glowed. Glorp, this pet revolution, it's bigger than us. Glorp's eye stalks danced, started with a bark, ended with a galaxy. Dean Voren's hollow message played campus-wide, his Andromedan tentacles waving. The pet initiative born from chaos forged unity. Our galaxy's furrier wiser. A Gorzod student robotic pup yipping cheered to furry bridges. Nova led a dog chorus, their howls blending with Syrian trills. Thoraxian buzzes and Skrellian hums, a symphony of diversity. Vaxen, holding neutrino's sphere, reflected on the simple policy that sparked it, pets allowed. He whispered to Neutrino, "You're my quantum star, little guy." Tara, with Bolt, nudged him. "Proud of you, Vaxen. You're a pet legend." As moons rose, the parade glowed. Nova prancing beside Bolt Muffin, atop her disc, and Shelley plodding with Glorp. Reza raised his coffee mug. To the Deathworlder doctrine, pets included. Harper winked. Chaos with cuddles. Vaxen's tentacles waved, scales bright, and coffee, he added, earning a laugh. Seiler, watching, noted remarkable. Pets as galactic glue. A hollow of the 528th Games flickered nearby Harper's Blitz, now a footnote to this furrier saga. Vaxen tossed a ball for Nova, thinking from fear to family, the stars are ours. The symphony swelled, barks and alien songs echoing. Vaxen's slate pinged with a final note. Pet revolution equals love across stars. Coffee, vital cuddles, supreme. As the crowd danced, humans, aliens, pets, the galaxy shone, forever changed. Vaxen, neutrino spinning, joined the howl, his voice clear. The Deathworlders brought chaos, and we found home. Decades after the pet revolution swept Galactic University, the Nexus Galactic Hub, a shimmering station orbiting a pulsar, thrummed as the galaxy's crossroads. Its plazas buzzed with humans, Xyelians, Gorzods, and Thoraxians, their uniforms blending Earth patches with alien sigils, while pets scampered freely, dogs, robotic kittens, even holo lizards. Vaxen Zor, now a renowned xenocultural ambassador, stood in a holodome, tentacles waving as he addressed a summit, his hamster neutrino's descendant Quark spinning in a sphere. "Glorp," he said to his old friend, now a pet therapy guru, "with a turtle named Bubbles, our campus chaos rewrote the stars." Glorp's 7 eye stalks gleamed. "Vaxen, we started with barks. Now look." The dome showcased a galaxy-transformed pet academies, dotted every system from Syrian dog parks to Skrellian cat cafes. Professor Seiler's xenobiology texts, now galactic standards, featured Earth pets beside Andorian empath fungi. Lunch lady Krex Retired ran a pet treat empire, her Krex Crunchies a hit with Gorzod pups. Vaxen's holo display played the 528th War Games, where Lila Harper and Omar Reza's Blitz paled beside the pet festival's legend, Vaxen tossing Bolt's ball, a symbol of unity. Those Deathworlders, Glorp gurgled, their pets outshone their wars. Vaxen's scales glowed, love's fiercer than any shock strike. A pet parade wound through the hub, led by Admiral Tara Wells, silver-braided with Bolt's pup Spark prancing. Sarah Lynn's cat lineage, led by Pippin, purred on hover discs, while a Gorzode ambassador tentacles cradling a robotic corgi waved. Harper and Reza Earth Fleet legends joined with their husky Nova's heir Luna, who howled, sparking a chorus of barks, trills, and hums. Vaxen Harper called coffee mug raised. Your furry diplomats beat our fleet. Reza grinned. Luna's signed more treaties than me. Vaxen's tentacles swayed. Pets don't need blitzkriegs, just cuddles. A Neptunian delegate, spots flaring, asked Ambassador Zor, how did a hamster spark this Vaxen lifted Quark's sphere? Neutrino taught me family transcends scales. Humans showed us pets aren't beasts, they're bridges. Glorp patted Bubbles, who munched a leaf. Like my turtle, slow but soulful. A holo of the festival replayed Vaxen's fetch parade. Muffin's purrs, Slither's coils, now galactic lore. Krex's voice crackled via comm. My treats fuel those bridges. A Skrellian stroking a holobird buzzed, they made chaos beautiful. The hub's plazas glowed with pet stalls. Thoraxians sold Zippy-inspired drones. Gorzodes brewed pet-safe coffee. Seiler's tardigrade research, now a pet trend, saw micro-bears in every dorm. A Betazoid projected psychic woof to Luna, earning a tail wag. Vaxen's summit speech soared, from fear we found love. Pets taught us unity's not protocol, it's heart. A Gorzode, once pet-phobic, clapped its corgi, yipping. To furry stars, Harper winked at Reza. Told you, Omar, pets trump tactics. Reza raised his mug to chaos with heart. Dean Voren's archived holo played pets built bridges, not barriers. The parade swelled Luna leading Spark Pippin and a turtle flotilla. Their song blending Syrian melodies, Thoraxian chants, and human cheers. Vaxen's scales shone, reflecting on that first announcement, pets allowed. He whispered to Quark, you're my cosmic spark. Glorp gurgled, Bubbles says we're family now, galaxy-wide. Tara, with Spark nuzzling, said Vaxen, you made pets legends. Vaxen's tentacles curled warm. No, Tara, your Deathworlders did. We just learned to love. As the pulsar pulsed, the symphony roared, barks, purrs, alien hums. Vaxen's slate pinged, pet revolution, Easel's galaxy reborn. Love, universal coffee, eternal. Harper saluted Luna, howling. To the furry rewrite, Reza clinked mugs and cuddles. Seiler's voice echoed, remarkable. Pets as cosmic glue. The hub danced a tapestry of fur, scales, and joy. Vaxen joined the howl, his trill clear. The Deathworlders brought chaos, and we found home. The stars blazed, a furrier galaxy forever bound by love.